Tried to make a heart today. Good morning. It is 10 a.m. You guys, my period is not going well. I don't know what is happening. The cramps are severe. It's not going well, but we have coffee. We have a beautiful day. The caramel cookie pods from Nespresso are good. By the way, if anyone was wondering, it is Thursday the 10th. We are trekking through Vlogmas this year. Today I'm going to record a podcast with my friend Jeremy from Brunch Boys. If you don't know who he is, I'm pretty excited about it. And then I have some calls, business things. I feel so annoying whenever I say that. I'm like, I have calls. Like, okay, we got it, Brooke. But I really do. So I'm actually just gonna have a chill day at home. And then later this evening, I'm going to do my very first mukbang. Is that what it's called? Mukbang? I think it's mukbang. It's basically just when I'm gonna eat food and talk about topics. I'm compiling the topics now. I think it's gonna be pretty fun. I think you guys will definitely get a kick out of that. I'm posting yesterday's Vlogmas right now. Hope you guys are all caught up. And leave me a comment down below if you guys are enjoying Vlogmas so far. It always like brings me joy replying to you guys and starting a little convo. Yay. Let's see what the weather is gonna be today. I think it's gonna be pretty nice out. Maybe we'll be able to open my windows. Yeah, it's already 45. It's gonna get up to 48. Maybe I will try to go for a walk tomorrow. I mean, today. We're good. I let my hair do its like natural thing, and I slept a lot better last night because I know I've been on and off. It's like like crazy. I have like one night where I like sleep through the night like amazing, beautiful, and then like last night I woke up at like 5 to some cramps and I was like, oh, this sucks. But then now and then I slept a little bit longer. It's all good. We're here now. Good morning. You guys, I just went downstairs. I had a package, 2 actually. Look at this. I've ordered it Black Friday or Cyber Monday, like whatever that weekend was of deals. I needed a piece of artwork. I'll show you guys where it's going. Look how beautiful. It is from Society 6. I love Society 6 because this is not sponsored. I feel like every time I like talk about a brand, I'm like preparing my pitch. It's not sponsored. I love Society 6 because you're supporting small artists and they upload their art through the website and stuff like that. And then you can choose however you want it. If you want it in a framed photo, if you want it on a canvas print, if you want just the print and you want to like frame it yourself or just hang it on the wall. I know that they also do like pillows and stuff like that. Really, really cool stuff. But I ordered this one. It's a cover. I don't know if it's actually real or if this is like a replica. It's a cover of the New Yorker from January 24th, 1977. It's basic. It's just like a little office print situation. It looks like just like a desk. But I just love that it's the New Yorker, and like obviously I live in New York. I wanted like a New York piece without being like Empire State Building, like, you know, New York, whatever. But this I thought was like low key, and it's in this white frame, and you're probably like, where are you gonna put that, Brooke? I'll show you. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for the perfect time to order something to cover this here control box, because we set up like this foldable table here, my dad did, but I wanted something to cover the control box, and I think, yes, oh my gosh, it covers it perfectly. It's amazing, and it's like white and sleek still, so it doesn't look like it's like anything crazy popping off the wall. It actually really goes with like my little color scheme in here. I love it, you guys. I'm so happy right now. I am not going to attempt to hang this up just because I don't want to do it in the wrong spot, and my parents are coming to pick me up. I feel like I'm going home from college. My parents are coming to pick me up on Saturday, so I might be just asking my dad to help me then. He loves to help though. It's his way of showing, like, you know how it's, what is that, the love languages? He shows his love in acts of service, so he likes to help. I'm obsessed. I can try to link this down below from Society 6. I think I got some other pieces, but I guess those are shipping separately, so we shall see. Next package I got is from Zitstica. So exciting. I've tried their stuff before, and you guys know I've been dealing with some acne issues, been trying a ton of different stuff. Oh my gosh. They sent me their hydrogel exfoliating sheet mask. It's almost like they read my mind. I've been so into masks lately. Gonna use probably one of those later today. Why not? And then the Go Getter Spot Clarifying Dots for late stage surface level zit. Amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Zitstica. Great brand. I love their packaging. I just decided I'm gonna do one of these sheet masks now before I put on makeup for the day. Press Refresh Hydrogel Exfoliating Sheet Mask. Let's put her on. I hope I didn't rip it. Oh my gosh, I just tore that so aggressively. This is interesting. Oh, it's like goopy. Do you see this? Sometimes sheet masks are 2 pieces, sometimes they're 1. So let's see. It's a 2-piecer. I washed my hands before this, don't worry. So cooling. Oh my gosh. Feels so good. definitely cooling. Let's read. Apply both pieces on face, leave on for 20 minutes. Probably should get it away from my eyes because it has salicylic acid, which is like for acne, so I don't want that. Salicylic acid, glycolic acid, lactic acid, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, allotonin. Cool. We'll leave this on for 20 minutes. I took off the face mask. I'm about to hop on this interview with Jeremy. Why did I just make that face? I don't know. I made it seem like it was like all my might to do this. I haven't had an Alani Nu in a really long time, or just an energy drink in general. Hawaiian shaved ice. Cheers. I have everything ready. It's all virtual, so I'm gonna hop on the recording. Cool. Casetify sent me over some cases just randomly. I'm not working with them on this video or anything, but I love this new one I just put on my phone. It just says Brooke and it's like goldish. And then these festive holiday ones. I did figure out my code, by the way. It's 20 Brooke, or my link is casetify.com/BrookeMitchie if you want to get 20% off. Not sponsored, like I said, but I feel like people are probably gonna ask now. They're the best. Okay, I finished the podcast with Jeremy. It went really, really well. That'll be going up in like 2 weeks or something, I think he said, so stay tuned for that. I'm waiting for my pizza to get here and then I'll do a little pizza Q&A. I thought that would be fun. A good way to spend the vlog. I have my window open, just getting some fresh air in here. What a day. Alrighty. We are going to do my first mukbang. I've never done this before, so please go easy on me. We're gonna talk about some topics I asked you guys on Twitter, and I have some topics pulled that I'm just gonna freeball off the top of my head. First, a little haul. This is from Two Boots, which is such a good pizza place in the East Village. I think that they might have multiple locations, but I go to the one in the East Village. I got, oh, it got folded over. You guys, this pizza, let me get you the exact name of it. This is called Animal Collective, and it is literally spinach artichoke dip on pizza. Like this is my dream. I've had it before. It is amazing. These pieces did get folded over, but we're just gonna have the ones that were not. I have nice clean hands. Look at this, spinach artichoke dip. I have my computer right here too, so we're not gonna spill on that. Spinach artichoke dip on pizza, like, can it get any better? New York pizza truly is the best. You know why? I have rationale behind this, and Long Island and all of that. It's because of the water. Something about the water makes pizza, bagels, everything carb related better. I do think Long Island has fantastic pizza and bagels though. So good. Wow. It's literally spinach artichoke and dip and carbs. Like, this is, what more could a girl ask for? Also, I learned this when I went to college. In other states, you guys don't do pizza like by the slice. That is crazy to me. So you do pizza like you have to get a whole pie. But I guess like pizza places just in general in other states aren't as common. Like in my hometown, there's a pizza place, it seems like in every shopping center. And you can go and like get one singular slice of like spinach artichoke pizza. And like people do that for lunch. They have like lunch combos where you can go and get like a slice of pizza and like a Coke for $5 or something. Oh, and then I didn't even show you guys. I also got garlic knots, and to meet like the delivery minimum or whatever, I got Chipotle ranch and marinara sauce. This is my lunch and dinner. Really healthy, I know. So question or like talking point kind of number one that I have on here is specifically Boston vloggers, Boston tea. So let me just start by clarifying that there is literally no tea when it comes to Boston vloggers. I'm still friends with all of them. We are very good friends as far as I know. Some of them also left Boston. I know Arlen's in California now, Gretchen's in Pennsylvania. The time being when I lived there, they were fantastic to me. They're great people. They really included me. Like the friend group already existed and I kind of inserted myself into it. So they really accepted me. Great people. And when I ever refer to like experiences in Boston being negative, it is not in reference to anybody online or anyone that you might know in that sense. So yeah, there's really no tea there. They're great people. I know that they are all accomplishing their dreams and whatever, like everyone's working on different stuff, and I think it's really cool that we all kind of got to be there at that time. And I'm so thankful that, let me take a bite, for the time being that while I was there, we were able to become friends, like better friends. Obviously distance, it's tough to like maintain friendships, you guys get it, and during COVID it's tough to maintain friendships too, so I think that's natural that people drift. I am still friends with everybody. It's not like there was ever any falling out or whatever. It's just like I don't keep up with them as regularly, I guess, because I live 500 miles away now, you know? Okay, Google, what's the distance between New York City and Boston?
New York is 215 miles away from Boston by car.
Okay, it's 215 miles. I lied, but you get it. Still long distance, you get it. Boston tea. Okay, because I shared obviously a lot, and I guess a lot of you guys are new, so maybe you don't know, or maybe you do know from last year just how generally unhappy I was in my life. A lot of my problems in Boston stemmed from just I set myself up in a really unhappy situation. I started this new job and then I quit the job, and then all of my friends still worked there. Obviously that's gonna be a problem because I removed myself from that situation, but yet I was still connected like way too much basically. I should have known from the forefront that that was going to happen. I don't want to get into technicals or whatever because a lot of these people who are involved, you guys, like, they're private people, and like it's not my business to like go and spill everything. Like, it's not, and it was over a year ago that the majority of this stuff happened, so like honestly I've forgotten about a lot of it, and it's like just in the back of my memory, and like sometimes it comes up and sometimes whatever. Basically, like, just a lot of stuff happened because I was friends with like this large group of people from work, and then I quit, and then I will say I like started romantically getting involved with someone, and then I removed myself from this large group of people because me romantically involving myself with someone created problems with like the whole group because it just changed the dynamic and whatever. Basically, I removed myself from a big friend group to be friends with a few select people, and those friendships just didn't serve me. And I'm not going to be out here like they are horrible people. It's not my place to say that. It's not my place to call anyone a bad person. I don't think you have to be particularly a bad person, but I think you can just be in a friendship that's not right for you. You know what I mean? So I don't want to ever be out here and be like they are toxic people or bad people or whatever. But I was in friendships and relationships and situations that were just terrible for me and my mental state. I think it's important to check in with yourself and your friendships now all the time. Are you giving more than you're receiving? Not only in terms of like your time and your energy. For me, a lot of it was financially, but that's, I was just in a lot of friendships where I would pay for everything. Like, I would pay for all the Ubers. I'd be like, everyone could stay at my apartment. Like, I'll order us food. Like, Brooke, why would you do that? In the morning, we'd wake up and like drive everybody home. Like, I don't know what's actually wrong with me. I'm like a nice person and I'm caring and I'm giving, but I guess when it's like the right people that like I really just like want them to be around, like I go overboard. Like, that's too much. And it was to the point that I was like essentially like doing all this stuff almost as like not bribery, but like begging people to be in my life with like items, and like being like, here are all the perks of being friends with Brooke, like be my friend, which is really messed up. It just taught me like that all those situations, like I'm honestly really thankful. I have no regrets, whatever, because they taught me, you know, like what I'm looking for now in friends. And I never had those problems before. Like, you guys know my friends from college are freaking amazing, and unfortunately they just live in other cities, and that's why, you know, we aren't as like geographically close. I hope that one day ultimately some of them will move to New York because that would be great. You know who you are. But yeah, it just taught me like I'd rather have one or two real friends than like groups of people or whatever that don't. And a lot of people that I did used to work with in Boston, I have still maintained a friendship with. Some of them actually relocated to New York City as well, and we've maintained great friendships, and they are really great people. So it's not everyone. I don't want to be like out here whatever, and I never, like I said, I never want to be like they're a bad person. I just want to be like it was a bad friendship, relationship, situation for me to be in for my mental health. And I think like, yeah, like I said, check in with yourself, because I think a lot of people accidentally get themselves into situations like that where you don't even realize it, but you are emotionally giving up so much of yourself. And like I was just, obviously it was a situation where I quit my job, but all of them still work there, so they would, you know, go about their day, and I would just be around all day, and I was busy with YouTube stuff and whatever, I guess, but not like crazy busy, not as busy as I am now. And basically like I would run my days around them and be like, okay, like when you're done with work, like we can hang out or whatever. Like what is wrong with me? I don't know. Let me know also if you want to see a podcast episode on just like that, a lot of questions, and like how I changed like my whole mindset and like shifted and like just made this whole like change of like positivity, I guess, towards this year, because I think there was honestly like a lot of changes that I went through in a really good way. So let me know if you'd want to see more on that. Next up, therapy. Talk about mental health. Why did you start going to therapy? I just want to be clear, you don't need a reason to go to therapy, and I think this is a huge misconception. I get asked this all the time, like, oh, I didn't know you were in therapy, why do you go? There's no reason you need to go. Of course, there could be, like, for some people, there's an event that triggers it, like if it's a death of someone, or I know for a lot of people, divorce or breakups, whatever, like that stuff triggers you into therapy, of course. Completely understandable, but for me, it was more just life in general. I dealt with a lot of change. I moved cities. At that time, I was dealing with a lot of, like, stress. Just, I kind of needed help with, like, coping with certain situations. And I feel like therapy, it doesn't, I mean, it could obviously help you through particular situations, but it also changes, like, your mindset and teaches you how to think critically about situations, so that like my goal isn't to be in therapy forever and ever and ever. Like ultimately I'm on like a journey here that I'm learning all the tools and stuff like that, that hopefully maybe one day I only have to see a therapist once a month or something like that. Right now I see my therapist, I've been seeing her every week since like what, I don't know, September. I actually recommend going before, like if you sense things are like kind of bubbling up in your life. That's kind of how I sensed it. I also was in therapy when I was graduating high school. That was a really particularly rough time of my life too. High school for me doesn't have the most fond memories. I mean, I have a really great group of friends that I like was able to graduate and like still be friends with. But it was a really tough time for me. I think a lot of different points and just people that really, honestly, like a lot of the reasons why I have like the stuff that I need to work through now is due to like experiences that I had in high school and middle school and stuff like that. I think it's nice to talk to someone and work through things before they come to a head though. Like it doesn't have to be like one day where you're like, I can't leave my bed, or like I'm broken down to like trigger therapy. Like if you can, try to start going before you reach that point. Like if you're feeling down or you're not feeling right or like you're struggling, talk to someone who isn't a family member or like a best friend or whatever. That's my big tip too. I think those people give great advice. I call my mom for advice all the time, but there's certain things in my life that even my mom and my best friends don't know. And that's okay. I think everybody has things that they, you know, have to keep inside, or certain feelings about whatever, and that's normal. Talking to a therapist could help you with things like that. And I know it is like a huge privilege. Obviously, I'm gonna try to link down below some free mental health resources. And I know that there are ways to access therapy at reduced rates. A lot of therapists I know, including mine, do give back and they do like volunteer work. Basically, therapy can be really expensive. So I get it. A few people, including Lexi, hey girl, YouTube growth / social media growth, like tips and stuff. I'm actually doing another video on this coming Monday. It's pre-filmed. I'm excited about it. It's gonna give you like more tips on how to like turn YouTube into your full-time job, optimize like revenue and stuff like that. And I think you guys are liking those videos. But I think for me, like the big thing with social media has always been maintaining an authentic connection that comes really naturally to me. I've always been sort of this oversharer person, like, so it's not anything that I'm like putting on an act or being like, oh, I have to like share today. It's like, no, this is just like me talking like as if you guys were my friend, but I happen to live alone. You know what I mean? Plastic surgery thoughts, especially like being on social media doesn't make you want to get more work done. Really good question. I think I'm gonna have a garlic knot now, by the way. Look at these. I feel like it's like a makeup product. Like, look at these garlic knots. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, especially being on social media from a young age, yeah, it's like taught me that like this beauty standard is someone who is like skinny, like society's definition of skinny, and has like perfect features and whatever. And definitely staring at a camera all day doesn't help. Ultimately, I think you have to do things for you. I don't want to be out here and be like I'm pro plastic surgery, but like I am. Like I've had a nose job, I've gotten Botox, I am open to other things. I'm kind of curious about a breast reduction. I think I've talked to you guys about that before. It's not something that I've like done anything like made progress with, but it definitely is something that like I'm open to. I think seeing how my nose job affected my life and just my confidence, I was such a different person pre-nose job. Like it's like Brooke pre and post nose job are two different Brookes. Seeing how much it impacted my life in a positive way makes me appreciate it. But I do agree that I sympathize with the idea too that it's like pumping out all this, and I get it on my For You page on TikTok too, like here's all the procedures I've gotten done, like I got lip filler and I got Botox, and like look how my face transformed. I understand how that messaging can be harmful to some, but I also think that it's the openness of it is refreshing. When you put on a reality TV show, put on Vanderpump Rules, put on The Hills, whatever it is, I mean you see Heidi Montag, like the plastic surgery she got, and she like doesn't admit to it. I think now she does, but you know what I mean. Obviously these people and celebrities like do so much to their face, but they don't admit it. So I'm more into this culture of like, hey, yeah, I do look different because I got XYZ done. So I think do whatever the heck you want to do, but just be open about it, be real about it, so that you're not creating then this image to society of like, I naturally look like this. Do whatever you want to do. My thing is like, it's similar to other issues. It's your body. It's your body, so it's your choice. Like it's not me with my garlic knot. Seriously though, it's not anybody else's place to tell you how you should look or like what you can and can't do with your body. That's the other thing. Like a lot of people are out here like, oh, it's, you know, I'm getting this, but it's for health reasons, whatever. It's like, just be real about it. Come on. Like that's the tea on that. Your thoughts on working with brands, what you love and what you hate. I love when brands give creative freedom. And I'm not even talking about creative freedom like, oh, I'm an artist, whatever. Guidelines are loose. I understand I have to hit the talking points. I have to talk about whatever, you know, they think is important. I get that. I have to give, you know, my coupon code and like tell you guys to click the link. But I think so many brands make this mistake of, I've had this happen before, you guys have probably seen on my channel, where companies will be like, okay, like we want to work with you, but you have to do this video. Like if it's a makeup company, they'd be like, okay, we'll work with her, but she has to do a makeup tutorial. And I'm like, do you watch any of my videos? Like I haven't done a makeup tutorial since I was in like 10th grade. Those videos don't do well on my channel. Versus if you let me put it in a vlog, it will, I can guarantee you it will perform better for the brand. So I wish that brands heard out people a little bit more, were a little bit looser with the guidelines, and trusted the influencer a little bit more. My thing is, if you're gonna pay someone thousands and thousands of dollars to represent your brand, I would hope that you have enough trust in them that they know what they're doing on their platform. And one thing. I am so thankful to work with such amazing brands. I do say no to a lot. I'm so fortunate that I'm in that space right now where I have the ability like to say no and control it. I do understand that when it's new, money is enticing and it's easy to just do things as a money grab, and it's so hard to say no because you're like, how is this fathomable, this amount of money? I think keeping your integrity and keeping your trust with your audience it has no value compared to like $1,000. I really only work with brands moving forward that I like. In the most recent however many years, I've really only worked with brands that I love, that I like truly believe in them, love, use their products, have used their products, and that's my new like MO with it for sure. So to each their own. That's another thing that I really try not to judge because I know everybody's situation is different. Oh, we got the golden hour glow coming in. I think influencer marketing is huge. I studied it a little bit in college and whatnot, but even from when I graduated to now, it's grown so much. All I know is that if I had a brand, I would be investing my money in influencer marketing because the payoff is so much greater than traditional media. That's the tea on that. I think that's really it. That's all that I'm going to talk about in this video. There's other topics, obviously juicier ones, that I will hopefully talk about at some point. I did want to kind of state all of that stuff about last year and whatnot. Someone else asked my mental health now versus then. A lot better. It's so crazy. Like, I think it takes getting out of bad situations to realize how bad it was for you or how lonely you felt. Like, I just remember so many nights in Boston when I just felt genuinely so lonely and so sad that I barely even like had people to call, you know what I mean? Versus now, I feel like I just feel very like fulfilled, you know what I mean? Why did I just rip off this tiny piece? I don't know. I feel so lucky to live this life. Like, the fact that I'm sitting on my apartment floor in New York City eating pizza, like vlogging, like this is the dream, and I will not take that for granted. I promise. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna continue eating my pizza, watching How I Met Your Mother, and I'll update you in a little bit. These are my evening plans. Went ahead and cleaned my bathtub so that I could take a bath and just relax. Just feeling like crampy and stuff, so I feel like the bath will help. And then I always like shower off after a bath. Does anybody else do that? Like, I'll take my bath and then I'll do like a body shower. Like, I feel like the bath is more for just like general relaxing, but I am really looking forward to it. I have some candles lit. I'm gonna turn off the lights so it's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It truly is the little things in life these days, okay?